Welcome to our May Revolutionary Reflection Drop-In History Moment. If you joined us in March, you may remember we heard a letter from Abigail Adams, writing to her husband John during one of the most uncertain times in our nation's history. Those letters weren't just personal, they were powerful. They carried ideas, concerns, and hopes for what this new nation might become. Today, we continue that conversation, because while Abigail's voice was strong and thoughtful, John's reply gives us a glimpse into the weight of the moment he was living in. Writing from Philadelphia in May of 1776, John Adams was not only a husband missing his wife, he was a statesman, a leader in the Second Continental Congress, and a driving force behind the push for independence. He stood at the center of decisions that would shape a nation. And yet, in his letters to Abigail, we see something more personal. His doubts, his convictions, and his deep respect for her voice and perspective. What you are about to hear is a faithful adaptation of a letter he wrote to her, true to his ideas and spirit, while shaped for performance. As you listen, imagine not just history unfolding in grand halls, but a husband writing to his wife, trying to put into words what it meant to stand at the edge of revolution.
My dearest friend, the events of these past days are of such consequence that I scarcely know how to convey them. The Congress has at last taken a decisive step. On the 15th of May, we resolved that these colonies should adopt governments of their own, independent of the Crown. Mark me well, this is not a small matter. It is in truth a total separation. For months, many still clung to hope. That reconciliation with Great Britain might be achieved, that peace might be restored. But I have long believed that such hopes were but illusions. Now, those illusions begin to fade. The people themselves are changed. Since the publication of Common Sense by Thomas Paine, a new spirit has taken hold. Men who once hesitated now speak boldly of independence. The question is no longer whether, but how soon? Yet, I must confess, the responsibility we bear is immense. To form new governments, to cast off an ancient system, it is a work that requires both courage and wisdom. I often think of you and our family and of the future we are shaping. What kind of nation shall arise from this struggle? What liberty shall it secure? You have written to me urging that we consider those too often forgotten. I assure you, such thoughts are not without weight. Still, the cause presses forward, and I am convinced that we are in the very midst of a revolution, the most complete, unexpected, and remarkable of any in the history of nations. It is not merely a contest of arms, but a transformation in the minds of the people, a change in their principles, their opinions, their affections. The die is cast and we have passed the point of no return. These colonies must now stand on their own, and with the blessing of Providence, I believe they shall. I remain with the tenderest regard, your ever faithful husband.